Welcome back, everybody, to the St. Louis Cardinals franchise. What an episode we have in store today. The Cardinals lead the NL Central with only 5 games remaining. They're all going to be on the road, and the final 3 are against the team trying to chase us down in the division. Do we really need much more of an intro? I don't think so. Let's get right into the baseball today. Target Field in Minneapolis. We're going to play a bit of every game remaining on the schedule that is critical. If we end up, winning the next 4 games, then the last game of the year won't matter as much. But we don't know which game yet is going to be the most important left, so we're getting into everything. Twins take a 1-0 lead in the first. And we're going player lock with Nolan Arenado against Bailey Ober. 398 career homers. Oh boy. Sliders have really been getting me good lately. I feel like every pitcher I see has like the nastiest slider, but maybe it's just my swing that's nastier than any of them. Yep, that's the case probably. We got 2 though on a double. 2-1. Now Ramon Urias in scoring position for Byron Buxton. And Buck puts down the bunt. It is a good one, and he's going to reach. We're tied at 2 as we go top 4. Second AB for Arenado. Base hit left field. Much better on that slider. Man, he's slow getting down to first base. Jordan Walker is next, and that's past the diving third baseman. We're going to third on that. And for Walker, it is a double. We got to get a couple runs now. And by the way, got to keep an eye out for a Pirates update down below. 2 on for Wilson Contreras, 3-1, and takes the walk to load the bases with nobody out. How about the home run Tommy hit for us last episode? What a massive moment for him. And it feels like none of my good swings with him have been rewarded lately. A drive to center now. Way back. And that ball is out of here. And now a chance to break open this game against Minnesota. And it's chopped. Home for the out. And Tommy reaches. So the Cardinals can't add on there and do end up getting 1 on a Brendan Donovan walk. Bottom 5, runner aboard for Ryan Jeffers. And that's the routine ball hit sharply at him and a double play. Mason Miller relieves him as a quick 1-2-3 inning. And we're into the late stages now. Liberator gets us out of the 7th. And Jorge Alcala faces Arenado with 1 on here in the 8th. We take that slider at the knees. Standings updates are down below. We're a game and a half up on Pittsburgh right now, so they must have lost on this date of the Marlins. Into center field. That's down for a hit, and Arenado will plate a big insurance run. Bottom of the 8th. Twins go down in order. Just got to hold on for 3 more outs. Byron Buxton hitting with 2 gone. Ryan Helsley just 1 out away. Okay, I thought if I entered there, I get to watch the entire at-bat, but it was only 1 pitch. So I don't know what to do there if I want to just see that entire at-bat play out, even if it's not hit at me. But regardless, big win for the Cardinals. And that gets us a step closer to a division title. Why'd they show my strikeout? I had 2 hits. Come on. Last game in Minnesota, and then we're on to Pittsburgh. And I'm going with lefty Lars Nootbaar. I wanted to use a lefty here in Target Field. I like watching those home runs go out to the pavilion in right field. Louis Varland facing Lars Nootbaar with a 1 on. And I tried to go there immediately. We got Louis versus St. Louis. I don't think those from St. Louis like that name, but that's okay. Out at second, double play on Lars. The Twins brought in Brandon Nimmo from the Mets, and that's a towering fly that Lars will run down and right. We got the Phillies close to clinching in the East. They're one win away from doing that. I'm not sure what our magic number would be right now. If we're a game and a half up with 4 games left, then that must be 3 wins. Oh, that sounded nice. To left field. A nice foul ball for y'all. Come on, give me that Pirates update. I need that. There it is. I couldn't see it because I was looking at the pitch. 4-0. So they're probably not going to get swept by the Marlins. I wasn't expecting that. Up the middle. Lars will reach on a base hit, putting 2 on for St. Louis. And there's Luis Robert Jr. 0 for 5 in this series. Definitely cooled off in the last couple weeks. Would be a good time to change that as it is lifted way up there. That was in the air a minute. And then you got Nolan Gorman, 5 RBIs from 100. If he's to get there in 4 games, you might want to look at getting a couple right now. 1 and 2. That's a drive. Well hit. Right field and off the wall. 1 run scores, and it's an RBI double for Nolan Gorman. Whoa, look at that down below. Pittsburgh 2.5 back. Cincy is 2 back. How did that happen? We've only gone through 1 day so far in the episode. We were a game up on Pittsburgh. Come on, Jordan. Bases loaded. Here with 2 gone, he flies it. Incoming the left fielder, and that's the inning, but we get our first across. Home run, Brendan Donovan, and it's 2-0. Meanwhile, Nestor Cortez has been shutting down Minnesota. They're hitless through 4. And the count goes full on Nootbaar. Louis Varland, payoff pitch. A little bit late on it. Flied to center, looks playable, and is. Oh, Sonny Gray got his 2,000th strikeout the previous game. That's a nice milestone. Back-to-back doubles. Gorman drives in his 97th run of the year, and it's 3-0. Taking care of business so far in this episode. Here's Kerry Carpenter, the other addition the Twins made this year at the deadline. And Carpenter puts it in the air for Lars. And so far, Nestor Cortez having a pretty nasty afternoon. We're into the 6th inning. And the Twins still without a hit. And we'll see Kyle Isbell try to break it up with Brooks Lee on first base. And that's going to be tough. It drops. And Nootbaar fires on to third base, nailing Brooks Lee. Oh, that hurts so bad. Oh, I'm sorry I had to do that to him. Man, he's off to a great start in real life right now. Home run Gorman. This guy's on fire today. I played with the wrong lefty, maybe. Nolan Gorman now 98 RBIs on the year. He's getting to 100. And Brandon Nimmo is going to give us a chance to show off the range. Phillies leading Atlanta. That division's about to be all wrapped up. 4-0 here in favor of the Redbirds. And this one is just about over. We go to the 9th inning. Single walk flyout. Nestor Cortez is trying to go the distance. And here's Eddie Julian. 2 aboard. And it's lifted towards Nootbaar. That should be an easy play. They're testing again. Lars is going to end this game. The final out at third base. Nestor Cortez, complete game shutout. And the Cardinals take home a 2-game sweep of the Minnesota Twins. Excellent start to the episode, and our hopes of winning a division title. 8 strikeouts, 3 hits allowed, 2 walks. Another great day for a guy who's had a fantastic season with us. One final off day, and now 3 against the Pirates, and this is a perfect situation. The magic number is 1. We win any of these final 3 games, and the division belongs to us. The Pirates seem to have fallen a little short here in their recent games, getting swept by the Marlins. So the Reds have now pulled a game ahead of the Pirates, but because we swept them last episode, we own that season series. We know if we're tied with them, we get the tiebreaker. I'll even double check to make sure my counting wasn't off. We had a 3-game sweep. They had a 4-game sweep in August. And back in June, we had 2 series and we won those 4-2. We're on to Pittsburgh, and Tank Hentz takes the mound. He's been the favorite this year for Rookie of the Year, and now he's got a chance to finally be the player that seals our first division title of this franchise. And we're facing Blake Snell, one of their big additions from the offseason. And Victor Scott's going to lead things off. He's got 43 stolen bases, second in the National League. I'd imagine second to maybe Corbin Carroll. And here's how we're going to open. And we open with a strikeout. Down below there it says Cardinals can clinch with a win. Luis Robert Jr. hitting with 2 gone. The Reds are playing the Orioles at the same time as us, so we can also pay attention to that. But the most important thing is just winning one more. And the countdown, Robert runs full. Snellzilla, all right. 3-2, and it's a walk. Nolan hitting .264, hoping for a couple more homers before this season's wrapped up. But we're not getting one here, and it's a scoreless top half of the first. And here's Tank Hentz, who's been as steady as any pitcher on this team all year. 3.89 ERA, and likely the Rookie of the Year. We'll check on the awards, of course, when the regular season is done. It's Bryce Turang leading off for Pittsburgh, and that is just off the inside corner. And up and away, a 3-2 count to the leadoff man. He swung and missed, strike 3. Okay, down below, the Reds are now a game and a half back. Are the standings basically telling me the result of what the games are, even though they're supposed to be live? That's the only thing that would make sense if they're a game and a half back without a game finishing. They're going to win today against the Orioles. I never noticed that before, but I think I just figured out something that I probably have more fun not knowing. I like scoreboard watching. It's sometimes what you gotta do. But it seems to be unnecessary. Always pitching carefully to Juan Soto, and a 3-1 count with Alonso on deck, and a good changeup from Hentz. And trying to put him away. That is strike 3, chased. 98 RBIs on the year for Nolan Gorman. 3 games to pick up 2 more, but a good play at first. Oh, that was for the taking right there. Contreras on the warning track. Can't believe it's now 1-0 off that miss. Now we got to bring him home. Donovan in the 7 spot against lefties. Dropped in a curve at the knees. Popped him up. Maybe a tad late on another Snell miss. Wow, what a day for Tyler Stevenson down below. 7 RBIs in that win. Likely included a grand slam. And now Lars Nootbaar Hoping to get him up to a 300 average, but we'd have to have a pretty strong series. A drive in the air, deep to right, and that one is gone! 2-run homer for Lars Nootbaar, and the Cardinals lead. He's been throwing us nothing but stuff in the zone, and a lot of it's missing up. I'm used to having to be more patient against Snell because he walks a ton of guys, but he actually can't throw it out of the zone right now. So that's a fun way to get this game underway then. Lars Nootbaar continues a strong campaign and hence gets to pitch with the 2-run lead. Pete Alonso, his numbers look very similar to Nolan Gorman's. And a fastball is in the air to Nootbaar. And that's easy. It's O'Neal Cruz with 1 gone, and again trying to be careful against some of these heavy hitters. He's able to get ahead and turns on 1 foul. Not getting a fastball here. It's strike 3 looking. Back to the top of our order in the 3rd. And Scott, trying to think about a bunt, hits the camera. Yeah, we just can't lay him down right now. I tried in his first at-bat, too. Got him looking. In the air on a curve, and that is playable in center. Walker retired. Fastball's been a little bit of an issue so far for Hentz. Thankfully, Sawinski helps us out. Not that confident in it right now, so relying a lot more on off speed. 3-2. That's drifting out. Ball 4. Fishing. Brian Hayes. He's gotten some chases so far. He got a pretty good one on Soto. We're seeing some good development here for Tink Hentz. That's left up, though, and crushed to dead center, and Hayes ties the game. Couldn't keep the changeup down, and it's number 18 on the year. And Rodriguez follows that up with a sharply hit single to center. Yeah, we've fallen behind in a lot of these counts. And he falls behind Terang 3-0. This is trouble. Fastball still not confident. We do get a strike. And the slider over the plate and foul. 3-2. That one gets strike 3. So there's got to be, something good with his stuff now to where even bad pitches can get them to chase. And that is going to help. Wow, did he get there in time? What? That, never happens. That was a routine grounder. Oh, he was taken off with the pitch. That's why. Because that just felt so off timing-wise. No, not there to Soto. Come on. Putting that changeup away for a while, even if he's confident in it. I'm not confident in it. Oh, again, strike 3 on Soto. And that finishes the inning. But the damage is done by Brian Hayes. Blake Snell here in the 4th inning, pitching to Nolan Arenado. Count is even. Got him. Good changeup. Nice curveball now from Snell. A lot of swing and misses already. He has good stuff. He just sometimes leaves it up in the wheelhouse. And now Gorman trying to add on to his great year. Not chasing that one. On a line to center. Not having to move. Now Contreras in the air and taken care of in left. On the ground to Mason Wynn. We're getting some really quick outs. Hentz has done a really good job against the best bats in this lineup. Just gave up that meatball to Ke'Bryan Hayes earlier. That's one of those things that's difficult in baseball is one or two bad pitches can really change the way your day looks. And I suppose the same could be true in football. But, like, you can still have, like, a 3-touchdown, 1-interception stat line. But if you are in baseball and you give up a 3-run homer, I mean, unless you go, like, 7 innings, your numbers look trash now. And that changeup has really gotten them to expand their zone a lot. He's confident. We're going to keep throwing it. And Reynolds with a great piece of hitting continues the inning. Won't test the arm of Robert. Beautiful slider. I would have missed that one too. That's the one they lay off, though. That doesn't make a lot of sense. 2-2. We go high fastball, and he lays off. Gets the slider, and it's lined to left. And here comes Hayes. He homered off a changeup that missed in his last at-bat. 67th pitch for Tink. Hentz is right down the center. Hayes with solid numbers on the year. No, not again! Hayes delivering down the line. Pirates will take the lead. 1 run scores. Sawinski behind. He's safe. Ke'Bryan Hayes has driven in 4 to give the Pirates division hopes some life. Great piece of hitting, and they're just capitalizing on these mistakes. 4 runs now given up by Hentz. And I honestly think like he's mostly pitched good. Every pitcher is going to miss a few, but he's not getting away with his. The changeup continues to get swings and misses. And it does it again. I really wish this was happening during a game that was a little more complete for him. But what a day for Hayes. Changeup's been really nice today. 70% strike, one of his most reliable pitches, that and his slider. And for swings and misses, it's already gotten 5. Which I think is quite a lot for like a low 70s rated pitcher. Well, Lars did the damage earlier off Snell. We'll see if he can come back with anything here in the 5th. A drive belted to deep center field. That one is back, and he's done it again. We saw Hayes deliver 2 big run-producing hits for the Pirates. Lars has done the same for us. He's trusting his stuff to get it done, but a lot of these pitches have been really nice to hit. Lars Nootbaar now, is that like 29 homers on the season? Okay, I'm way off here. He's got 22. The numbers, homers, RBIs, those are down a lot more than you'd expect. You know, looking at the slash line consistency, it's fallen a little bit. RBI, not really a predictable stat, I don't believe. I mean, he's basically been 85 to 90% of the player he was last year, and his RBIs are cut by a third. Ground ball by Wynn. Can't do much with that. Snell versus Scott. 2 gone in the 5th. Big curveball missing outside. That is strike 3 looking. Sometimes with his delivery, like I feel like the pitch is going to go way further to the outside than it does. So I do have Mason Miller getting ready to come in this game. I'm not sure yet how long I want to leave in Hentz because I don't think he's pitched poorly. But I know he's kind of reaching his limit here. 75 pitches currently. Change up, back for strike 3. Walker stops it. And Hentz covers. Got him. There's no need, though, for him to face Soto again. Like, if I get Soto here, I know Hentz is not going to be pitching the 6th inning. So what's the difference between one at-bat against the best player they have? Let's get Mason in there. I don't think that was a bad day for Tink Hentz. With Mason Miller, we have the opportunity to pitch him a few innings if we want. And we may, just because we're already in the 5th. Beautiful cutter, strike 2. And Soto strikes out for a 3rd time in this game. I may never strike him out 3 times in a game again. So now we've got a 1-run game in the 6th inning. That's fouled back by Walker. Snell at 63 pitches. Got him with the changeup. And that's 7 strikeouts. That is in the air, hit deep to right. Robert, gone! This game is tied. That is just not an ordinary baseball player. That hit was late. I've hit that one 1,000 times, and that almost never leaves. You really need someone that's strong to hit a home run on a swing like that. That wasn't barreled up the way I wanted. 94 exit velo isn't special, but man, that is impressive. 4-4. 3rd homer off of Blake Snell, and all of our runs coming on the long ball. We should see a righty come out for them next. And now behind Nolan Arenado. That's a strike at the top. Having trouble putting anything up there in play lately. Ball 4. And that is going to do it for Blake Snell. He and Tink Hentz kind of had similar days. They both got a lot of strikeouts, but the stuff was hit pretty well. And we got a tie game now with Domingo Germán in the game. And Nolan Gorman at the plate. And he drives one deep the other way. 100 RBIs for Gorman. A big breaking ball just right there for us. 36 home runs for Nolan Gorman. One of our top players all year. And the Cardinals lead again. Oh my, it's a home run derby in Pittsburgh, and the Cardinals are winning it. Solo homer for Wilson Contreras. Another curveball elevated. 23rd of the year. It's our 3rd homer of the 6th inning as well. Everybody chipping in right now. Another curveball. We can't do quite as much damage on that swing. And Lars already has a pair. And here he is again. I can't remember if I have like any 3 home run games like in any of these franchises. Maybe I did it with Sidney Jean-Charles in the Road to the Show a couple years ago. But how about in franchise? I can't remember a single instance. I'm going to get 2 more chances at least. Lars off of the cleat and retired. That was a pretty good pitch to try and do it too. So I don't see the reason to really keep Mason in for more than an inning in this case. You know, I don't want to get careless here with our lead, but ultimately I'd like him available for other games in the series. So if we're up 3, it's kind of weird logic there because, you know, it's a 3-run lead, so I don't want to wear him out in this game. But also, you don't want to have to actually need him in a game later, so you just keep him in. We only need 1 win, so maybe the right choice there would have been to leave in Miller, but replacing him with JoJo Romero is not really a mistake, I don't believe. Alonso is gone on strikes. Oh, you know what? That means I left in Miller for 1 out. I think he could have handled a little bit more. That inning for us was so long, I forgot that Miller had only gotten 1 out for us. That's going to land in right. I'm not even sure how O'Neal Cruz hits one that softly. That must have hit like 1 wood grain. No, that's not a strong hit. That's rookie season Aaron Don power right there. Out in front. I mean, I don't know that the Pirates can hit a changeup from anybody. Gone is Reynolds. And JoJo just 1 pitch away from a very impressive 6th. And there it is. Tried to turn on that splitter. We have Eric Swanson now in the game for Pittsburgh. And a drive in the air to deep left field. It's Wynn's turn, and it's gone! A home run. 8 runs for the Cardinals, and every one of those supplied via homer. Mason Wynn hits his 5th of the season. Cards lead by 4. And now for my final act. I will hit a home run with Victor Scott. Today is the day. We're swinging a hot bat. It's Victor Scott's time. He enters with only 3 round trips on the season. And I lied. He is out. I thought if there was ever a time to call my shot, that was it. So we're going Hunter Harvey here in a 4-run game. I didn't want to use Bender because he'd face 2 lefties, and they're hitting .370 against him this year. So let's see if we can just get Hayes. He's had quite the night. But the only Pirate having a big night. Last episode, it was Jonathan India, who I just couldn't get out, and he had 4 2-out hits, including a grand slam. Ke'Bryan Hayes strikes out. Into center, Scott can't keep it from falling in. And now a base hit from Terang. Pirates trying to get a couple back. And they got their top of the order hitters. This is Triolo. We should get somebody else ready in the bullpen at the same time. With Soto coming up next. Got a little less power against them. I'd think maybe we just go Matt Moore. It's their best hitters. I think you should really more so these days focus on using your best relievers against the best hitters. More so than saying a guy is an 8th inning guy. I can understand maybe wanting to keep a guy in the 9th for a closing situation. You want a guy who can handle that role, and maybe it's not one everybody can handle. Got him looking. Beautiful. But I'm cool using my setup guy early if that means we get to face the better hitters with a better arm. So we're going to step off here and make a switch. By the way, I forget all the time. If you're not sure what the step off button is on PlayStation, it's L1. So if you pick a pitch you don't like or you actually want to do something in the bullpen, just hit L1 and you'll step off the rubber. And now it's a huge spot. And there's no way we're striking out Soto a fourth time. There's zero chance of that happening. And instead, he's going to ground into the end of the inning. Nolan, 2 more homers, 2 more RBIs to get some milestones. And not much time remaining. That's a good pitch to drive, and he just didn't get enough of it. Top of the lineup for the Pirates hasn't really done much tonight. Hayes has driven in all their runs. Soto 0 for 4, Alonso 0 for 3. Not throwing him a fastball if I don't have to. 2-2, and Alonso fighting off all these off speeds. I've thrown him 1 fastball in this 9-pitch at bat. Fine. 3-2. And he spoils that one. What a battle this is. Are we still going here? What is going on? It's a 14-pitch at bat. This is my longest at bat in this game. That's enough. Strike 3. O'Neill Cruz is 1 for 3, and his only hit was a 69-mile-per-hour single. Pirates need more from their best hitters. And that is strike 3, looking. And we're going to the bullpen for Michael Kopech now. 4-run lead. Hopefully we don't need to use Ryan Helsley tonight, as Reynolds singles 1 through. Good pitch to hit there. Sawinski a bit late. Come on, Michael. Let's get 1 more good pitch and send us to the 9th. That is out of the reach of Donovan. 2 on for the Pirates. And here we got Ke'Bryan Hayes. Got to be a little extra careful in this at-bat. 100 and in there. Now we're ahead. We can go back to those sliders away. That is strike 3. Nice job. And here's Lars Nootbaar, 2 for 3 with 2 big homers. Oh, that was up and fouled. Grounded to short. And it's O'Neill Cruz to spoil our fun. And we're going bottom 9. We're 1 inning away from a division title here in the Cardinals franchise. And we're asking Matthew Liberatore to end this. We've let the last couple years slip away from us, and now we're as close as we've ever been. After the 9th inning in the previous episode, you know I'm a little less comfortable right now. 3-1 and a walk to the leadoff man, Rodriguez. Bryce Terang puts a bunt down. Liberatore's going to cover and lose the foot race. What a bunt. And the Pirates have the first 2 on. Jared Triolo with 2 on. And Soto on deck. Oh, big swing there and empty. Ground ball. Arenado with the tag. Come on! I really tried to get a triple play there. come on. I'm trying to get a montage clip here, essentially. Might have been able to get the out at first without that, that throw. How sick would that have been, clinching on a triple play? Man, that would have been cool. Juan Soto. And Alonso behind him, so there's still a chance. Dropped by Contreras. Not this again. No! A callback to an earlier storyline this year. Weird drops that don't make sense. It's a passed ball on Contreras. We've seen throws to the plate he inexplicably drops. And then just drops a fastball for no apparent reason. 2 in scoring position. Soto down the line. Foul. Called strike 3. We've struck him out 4 times in this game. Unreal. And that's going to bring up Alonso. He cannot tie the game, but he can bring him close. This better not be a 15-pitch at-bat again. Ooh, the strike call on the corner. Good call. Base hit left field. We're not done yet. 1 run scores. Robert offline. It's a 2-run game. Alonso, 114 off the bat. It's O'Neal Cruz. And we're going to Ryan Helsley. Looking for his 42nd save of the year. Cruz stands in 1 for 4. Ball 1, low. 102 and a strike. Fouled off. That caught more of the plate than I would have liked. Struck him out! And the Cardinals are AL Central Division champions. They're making us sweat for every one of these innings. Cardinals win 8-6. We got to stop giving up these late runs, guys. This is too much. But we have successfully achieved another milestone in the franchise. It's our very first division title. We'll host playoff games for the first time. We just hit 5 homers to get there. And there you have it, everybody. The Cardinals at 92-68 cannot be caught by the Cincinnati Reds. It looks like they're going to be a playoff team, though. The Pirates have now lost 4 straight. I thought we could see this go down to the actual last day of the year. But we've got things wrapped up with 2 to play. And we simulate the next game, it's another win, meaning there's not even going to be a tie to break. 3 more homers. Pittsburgh's just got to feel demoralized at this point to come so close and to spend a short while in first place. But then you get swept by the Marlins. We come to town. And we're bringing the big bats, putting up a lot of runs. 8 homers in the first 2 games. And the final game of the year for us. It's not a very important one, but we're going to jump into the end of it anyway. It looked for a while like our Cardinals would be slipping again late in the year, and we'd lose first place and have to worry about a wild card. Well, how about now? Even if we lose this game, we've won 6 straight going into this. We have real momentum now. The offense is just hitting home runs left and right. Soto strikes out again. Alonso's doing it again. Another long at bat, and this is going to be pitch 9. And we continue on. He draws the 10-pitch walk. A drive to right center. There it goes, and gone. O'Neal Cruz puts the Pirates ahead by 1. This last out has been so tough to get. So we'll see if we can rally for one more win. We don't need it. I don't know if there's a situation with seeding that could come up here, but we'll see if we can get that run back. And Walker gives it a good try, but I think he was just under it. That was a 44-degree launch angle, a little too high. Got a full count here to Wilson Contreras. David Bednar's 8th pitch is in there. And that just leaves Joe Adell as our last hitter. And Adell flies one in the shallow center. And the Pirates will close on a win, ending our losing streak. But they're still going to miss the postseason, and we are moving on, going back home for a wild card series. I would assume, I guess, you know, not every division winner plays in the wild card, obviously, so we'll take a look. And we've got the Cincinnati Reds in the wild card series. 3 seed St. Louis, 6 seed Cincinnati. We continue this rivalry into the postseason. Here are the final season numbers. We had one player hit 30 home runs. That was Nolan Gorman, who also led us in RBIs. Lars Nootbaar had the highest OPS, highest slugging, second highest on base behind Brendan Donovan. Best batting average, Lars Nootbaar's .297. Luis Robert, 38 doubles. Donovan had 36. Nootbaar, 34. Victor Scott, 5 triples. Scott's also had 43 stolen bases. Gorman, Robert, Nootbaar, Contreras, all over a 200 isolated power that puts them in pretty good company. And here are the top WAR hitters. And for the pitchers, how about all these hot streaks going into the postseason? 17 wins for Nestor Cortez, who brought his ERA under 4. The entire starting 5 had ERAs under 4, and Tink Hence was the only one with a whip at 1.4 or better. You can't ask for a steadier starting 5 than we had this year. Combined, everybody but Tink Hence had a complete game shutout, and we had 8 as a staff. Cease and Cortez are tied for the highest pitching WAR, with Hence and Romero tied for 3rd. Best strikeout rates, Helsley, Romero, Miller, Kopech, and then Cease out of the starters. Kopech's walk rate concerning, same with Thompson. For home run rate, it did improve significantly in the last couple months. That led to us blowing a lot fewer games. Helsley's numbers finish in a pretty solid spot, although the surface numbers still are showing, more regression. But overall, the advanced numbers are right in line with recent years. The advanced numbers don't like Zach Thompson's season very much, and we'll see if he cracks the playoff roster for us. I had sent him down, and I think that the CPU just went to go set my playoff roster for me. How nice of them to do that, and sending guys down that I don't want sent down, perhaps. Oh, we got to check the awards here. Yep, give us the notification there, but Matt Olson is your NL MVP with 44 home runs, 125 RBIs. In the AL, it's Alex Bregman, who dominated this year at third base for the Yankees. He beats out Gunnar Henderson. For Cy Young, it's Zach Wheeler of the Phillies with a 2.27 ERA and 17 games won. He's regressing, but clearly not much if he's winning Cy Young at the same time. Drew Rasmussen takes it home for the Rays. We saw they had a massive lead in the East, and this could help explain it, having the 2 best pitchers in the American League. Nico Horner, hitting .331, takes home the NL batting title, while Jason Waller, .323, ties with Riley Green, whose homers and RBIs were more impressive. So they still give it to Waller. And that's pretty cool because Waller is only in his 2nd season and already hitting at this high of a level. Reliever of the year, Evan Phillips in the NL, Joan Duran in the American League. Tank Hentz is your National League Rookie of the Year. Absolutely earned it. Really happy with how his season turned out. Marcelo Meyer takes it in the American League with a .279 average, 16 homers, and overall very solid numbers and a 3.2 WAR. Anything else for the Cardinals this year? Donovan close to a Gold Glove, but Victor Scott finishes third in center. Nolan Gorman, Silver Slugger for DH. He was second behind Shohei. That's not bad. But no other awards for us. Matt Olson was this year's home run leader with 44. Nolan Gorman finished tied for fifth in the National League with Corbin Carroll. Carroll is on a tear in this series, 97 overall. Just stole 45 bases to lead the league with 37 home runs. This really couldn't be any more different than his experience right now in real life. 8.5 WAR. Ryan McMahon hit 40 with the Royals. That's impressive that he would leave Colorado and shatter his previous home run numbers. I'm impressed. But there you have it, everybody. A division title for our Cardinals this year. And that means next up, we got postseason action. Now, obviously, next week is the release of College Football 25. That is going to be consuming a lot of my attention, and I plan on starting a series, hopefully very early on this channel next week. I'm going to be spending the rest of this week trying to prepare for everything, and that includes getting postseason games recorded for the Cardinals. Now, it's difficult to plan for situations like this because we could get swept in a 2-game, episode next time, and then boom, we're on to the offseason. But as long as our postseason run is going, I'm going to deliver those consistent episodes. Those need to be consistent in the postseason, and you know how I do them by now, I'm sure. I like to have elimination games by themselves, but then 2-game episodes when it isn't an elimination game. So next episode, the first 2 against the Reds. We'll see if there's a need for a third, and if we move on to the NLDS. Should we move on, we would then face the Philadelphia Phillies. But thank you all for watching and supporting this series. I'm having an absolute blast with honestly everything I'm working on right now. Been really trying to improve things and optimize, and I'm really feeling like I'm getting somewhere with some of these ideas. And I'm excited to continue playing here with the Cardinals. I love playing with this team, and hopefully we can make some noise here in the postseason. But I'll leave you on that note. Thank you for watching and supporting the channel. Take care, everybody, and I'll see you next time.